we build up to this massive event that's happening in a week's time for those of you who know about Christmas. So I'm sure you're hopefully you're having a bit of a relaxed time now, or you might be doing those frantic deadlines in order to get everything ready for your break. So I hope you have a good break planned. So as we finish 2023, and I cannot even believe I'm saying that, it's so important to celebrate where we are now in order to make space for an amazing 2024. So last week I talked about some certain questions to reflect on where you are right now. So the behaviors that you want to leave behind. And I mean by that, maybe that sense of overwhelm. What can you do to reduce overwhelm in 2024? Who's been there to support you? Who's going to be there to support you next year? We all need our cheerleaders. We need to have that accountability. And most of all, we need to be our own cheerleader to celebrate our success. So there's a whole load of questions about what went well, what didn't go well, what do you want more of, what do you want less of, what are you going to create? So to build that on, to reflect on those questions for 2023, so we know where we are now. And I talked about in a sat nav, it's so important you put about where do you want to start from? Where do you want to start from, your present location or another location? Now I'm assuming you'll be starting from your present location, metaphorically. So let's all together electively celebrate what you've achieved in 2023. Now, if I ask you the question is, what are you celebrating? Often what happens is our ego kicks in, that voice in the back of our heads kicked in and said, well, I don't know what I've got to celebrate, really. It didn't go as planned. I had all these great ideas in January 2023. I was going to write my book, start my podcast. I was going to explode my business. I'm going to a load of stuff that you were planning on easily achieving. And sometimes hardly any of that's been achieved. However, a huge amount of other stuff has been achieved in its place. So I'm asking you this one question. What are you celebrating in yourself this year? Now, I had to think about this too. So I'm just giving you a starter for 10 so you can see the sort of things that I'm actually celebrating myself for. Now, in January, I decided to do a weekly event called the Confidence Cafe. I've been doing it every week throughout the year, even when I was on holiday, unless I missed, I think, one because I was doing a speaking event elsewhere and I couldn't make it happen. So I did it another day instead. And then I rebranded it to Leaders Unleashed. It's given me such joy to deliver these weekly sessions. And as part of that, I just want to celebrate all of you that have attended those sessions, because if it wasn't for you, I would be delivering them. And it gives me such joy to share my tools and techniques and my tips. We've covered a huge amount of stuff. And next year, I've got even bigger plans of how we're going to share and have a real insights each week, and thoughtful leadership, but also celebrating where you are in that leadership. So that's me, number one, delivering the weekly events. The second thing, it's been fantastic to be able to do more live event speaking, and I feel so privileged that I spoke in London at in the Four Seasons at Hyde Park in front of 500 CFOs in small groups. So that was a massive thing. And then actually just this week, I was speaking to 500 school children and 6 forms about, rise to resilience to shine, and lots of other events along the way as well. So that has been a massive win. I think where I also celebrate is the support I've had from so many different coaches who have helped me in masterminds I've been on, friends, colleagues, and we cannot do this alone. So who are you celebrating that's part of your journey, that's been there to support you? So yes, that has been a massive shift in my ability to step up, serve more powerfully, speak to more people, and get my own head in the game in order to be able to help you get yours. So yes, a great win. Now, there's also been challenges. I had a massive health scare in May where I thought I found a breast lump. Luckily, it was all okay. That was a real moment of like 2 weeks of wondering what was going to happen next. So that really tested my resilience. And another time my resilience was really tested was climbing Snowdon in September with my mastermind group, which was completely awesome. However, I did fracture my hand in the process, and that was on the way up. It was a torrential rain, 50-mile winds, and I thought I had a panic attack, not quite a real panic attack, but I had a real deja vu of when I was in an avalanche in Nepal. It felt the very similar conditions, and I really had to concentrate on one step at a time, literally putting one foot in front of the other, focusing on my breathing, focusing on the next step. And that really, it did test my resilience. Got to the top, got to the bottom, and I felt reassured that 100% I practice what I preach. So this is all I want you to have a think about. Celebrate yourself. What have you done this year that you are really celebrating? It could be nothing to do with works whatsoever. For me, my mother-in-law sadly died in the summer, and that was another big step up to support the family, to support all that stuff going through the solicitors, and a bit of conflict going on. And so that was where I had to really step up my game as well. So often we cannot separate work from home. We bring ourselves to work, our true or whole self. So therefore, focus on something that's so important to you to celebrate. I'm also celebrating my daughter graduated this summer with her degree, and that was such a day of celebration. So, and we're all part of anybody's journey. So those people that we're celebrating, acknowledge yourself for being part of that journey too, because we cannot do any of this alone. Everything we achieve is a combination. It's collaboration, it's communication, it's friendship, it's having the confidence to celebrate. So notice all those people on your path who have helped you achieve what you've done, and also celebrate yourself for helping other people. So who have you helped that is celebrating something that actually you have taken a big part in that journey? So to finish off, I just want to wish you the happiest of Christmases, festive seasons, whatever you want to call it. Have a great break. Look after yourself. Give yourself some time out. Do have some fun. Enjoy the time away if you can take some time away. Ready to have a really great start of 2024, because this is going to be your year. And let's make it happen. Let's shine, let's soar, and let's be resilient, knowing that we can do whatever is taken towards us. So I'm helping loads of clients at the moment, supporting them with their vision for 2024. So if you would like a conversation to say, what can you celebrate? What do you want to plan in 2024? What are your, and I talk about who do you need to be, not necessarily your goals. We all have to have goals. We all have to have a vision. I'm much more focused on what is your vision, because a vision is exciting. It gets us up in the bed in the morning where it's pouring with rain and it's cold. We just want to snuggle under the duvet. So who do you need to be in order to achieve what you want to achieve? And you've got it all within you. I guarantee it. You've got it all within you. Sometimes it takes a conversation just to unpick some of that stuff that blocks us owning our awesomeness. Finding that inner genius that's already within you so you can shine. So thinking of you, thank you for your support this year. I am so grateful. And let's have a blast in 2024, because I know you can do it. And together, we can make a massive difference. So take care, look after yourself, and speak soon. And please put R below in the replay. And you see the link here. I'll put the link in the notes as well. If you'd like to do the resilience scorecard, because I bet you're far more resilient than you think. And then we can start off having a conversation, give you some personal tips for you so you can clear out any rubbish going on in your head and then really kick in with 2024. So take care. Bye-bye.